Hello, I'm here with Thea the Awakening, and I'm with
Mila.
And just tell us, give everyone an overview of the game, what it is.
Yeah, sure. Right, so Thea the Awakening is a turn-based strategic survival game. We call it a sort of a roguelike 4X game with a twist. Or several twists, I should say. So the first twist is it's based on Slavic mythology, which is slightly lesser known. It's a kind of Witcher-esque setting with Baba Yagas, Strigas, and so on. It's a dark fantasy world. The story behind the world is that there was 100 years of darkness where the sun disappeared. You, as the player, take on the role of a god or a goddess from a Slavic pantheon. You kept a tiny group of people alive during those 100 years. Now the sun has awakened again, and your job is to try to rebuild mankind. Another little twist we have from your usual 4X game is that we do have a very strong story element to the game, almost a role-playing like element. So there are events and quests. You can actually win the game in two ways. So one is following the storyline, quests, and discovering what happened to the world and then finding a way to rebuild it. Or there's the more classical strategy way, which is domination. So just building your village up, making it strong enough so that the game, you kill enough things and have good enough equipment, then the game will say, yeah, you won. And the final twist we have, which is for me, the most interesting one is the card mini game that we have. It's a card game that's very closely integrated into the gameplay. So say you have an exploring party out in the world and you 6 people. If they get attacked by something, those 6 people become 6 cards in your deck that you then play with and try to defeat the enemy. And it's not only combat, it's all the other challenges like fighting disease, diplomacy, anything like that. It's all resolved via the same way. So. Yes, in a nutshell, a very long nutshell, that's Thea the Awakening.
So with the card game, is there any way, as you said, if you get 6 people, is there any way to upgrade the cards or change them or anything like that, just so you can keep upgrading your party, I guess?
Yes, essentially. So it's not the cards, as it were, you're upgrading, it's the people. So first of all, the people get experience points. The more they explore, the more enemies they defeat, the more events they complete, they get experience points, and then their skills improve. Those skills are then reflected in the card game. And another way, of course, is equipment. So the better equipment you give them, the better the statistics on the cards will become. And finally, I also get a lot of questions about do we get special cards, as it were. In a way, yes, because through questing, through equipment, through all that, you can actually have special characters joining your village. So you can have dwarves, elves, mages, and just even beasts and demons and things like that joining your party, and yeah, they become special cards because they usually have better statistics anyway and special skills and so on.
Okay, and it's been greenlit. Just come through green light?
Yes, it has. We're actually out on early access tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow, Monday that is, you get on early access. Any ideas as to what the final game is going to be like? What the features will going to be? What you've got sort of key features that you want to get in?
Well, they're pretty much there. I mean, all we need to do now is just to get some more feedback from our players during the early access, so we can just see if there's anything our players really feel we should add. But all the main features are in, all the end game material is in. So yes, pretty much what you get tomorrow is going to be what you get in the end game, only better, obviously.
Okay, and you said it's like there's a survival sort of element to it. How does that play into it? Do you have to feed your party and stuff like that, or is it something else?
Yes, it's essentially so I said all these grand things about rebuilding mankind and all that, but actually when you first begin, you only have 10 people. You have to make sure they don't starve, so if they run out of food, they start getting wounds and then they die. So they can get diseases, they can get floods, earthquakes, all these kind of things that you expect from a survival game. There's also all these creatures that constantly want to kill you, so that's where the sort of roguelike dark element comes into, where the world is basically very hostile. Especially at night, actually, all the enemies become even more active, so you have to be really careful when you're exploring at night because you're more likely to be attacked. So yeah, gathering resources and making sure, yes, your people have enough stuff so that they don't die is the survival element as well.
Okay, that's cool. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it. Yeah, just come and join us on Steam.
So yeah, that's Thea the Awakening, short interview. I haven't played the game yet, so I'm going to play it just now.
Yeah, definitely.
So if anyone has any questions in the comments, they can ask me, and then if there's anything that I guess they can ask you as well.
Yeah, definitely. On Steam or Facebook page, our Twitter, so we try to keep it all, or our website, we have a dev blog there as well, so yeah, we try to keep it all updated, and I do answer all the questions I get. It might be a slight delay sometimes if I get hundreds in, but I do try to answer every question, so yeah, join us on Facebook, Twitter, or our website and Steam.
Okay, thank you. That's Thea the Awakening. And you've been, yeah. Okay, thank you.